Hey, Machinery Pete here, folks. I sure had fun on Friday at the Grant County Fair in Lancaster, Wisconsin. I was invited over there by the local radio station and also the Grant Antique Tractor Club. And you're looking at a picture here of Lyle Baker and his wife and his son Denny with their 1945 International AI industrial tractor, which they were kind enough to tell me the interesting story on that. And also Lyle has this beautiful Case 224 restored garden tractor. And they have this interesting item, a 1946 John Deere LUC engine off of a John Deere 12A combine. So let's go to a little video interview I shot now with Lyle and Denny telling us about the 1945 International AI industrial tractor. Hey folks, Machinery Pete here. I'm in Lancaster, Wisconsin today at the Grant County Fair, and they have an amazing antique tractor collection here by the Grant County Antique Collector Club. And here we have Lyle Baker. And Lyle, I understand an unusual history on this International IA. Why don't you tell us, now it's beautifully restored here, but I guess it used to be red?
When I bought it about 10 years ago, It was red. It had Farmall A on the hood, and I get a magazine called Red Power. It's all
Red
about
Power, yes.
all about international tractors. I was reading in there that they made a industrial A.
Yep.
So I went to the shed and looked at my serial number, and I had an industrial A.
Okay.
So we had it restored. It was in good operating condition. It had a belly mount mower under it when I bought it. So we had it restored by Matt Keeler at Keeler, Wisconsin.
Matt Keeler?
Matt Keeler.
Who I understand has done quite an extensive restoration work for fellows in the club here.
He does a lot of restoration work for our club.
He does beautiful work.
Yes, he does. He does. He's got about 12 or 14 tractors of his own, all red. He's got all the Super Series tractors.
I need to visit Matt then.
But this tractor here.
Well, when did you buy this, Lyle?
We bought this about 10 years ago.
Okay.
At a private guy here in Lancaster.
And you had no idea it was industrial?
I had no idea until I was reading it in the Red Power magazine.
Okay.
The front end is different than an A. It's heavy duty front end, a square axle instead of round. It has the torsion bar here that goes back to the bell housing to help stabilize it.
Okay.
It has a foot accelerator that the A don't have.
Okay.
And they came out, they sold a lot of these down south, Kansas, and they mowed roadsides. They had sickle bar mowers mounted in the belly, and they mowed roadsides with it. No hydraulics. They had what they call an exhaust lift on the mowers.
The plate up front.
What's that?
The plate up front has international instead of Farmall.
The radiator plate says international instead of Farmall. That's a dead giveaway that it is not a farm tractor.
Well, it's beautiful and a cool piece of history you kind of brought back to life here, Lyle.
So we found a horse-drawn road grader. I couldn't find a mower.
There we go.
So I found a horse-drawn road grader and had that restored, and we pulled this in parades. We had rubber put on the steel wheels, so it don't.
You must get people that ask you, Lyle, about the it's the International, and well, why is it yellow? And you can probably get to tell the story a little bit.
In 1940s, mid-40s, International Harvester would paint these tractors new when they come out of the factory, any color the customer wanted. And the industrial tractors, most of them that the state bought, were yellow.
Okay.
So that's the reason we had, it stands out from the crowd this way too.
And well, it's a beautiful IA here. Now, how many tractors do you have at home in the collection, Lyle?
I only have 2 tractors. I've got 2 restored lawnmowers back
Okay.
One's a 72, the other's an 80.
Is that that beautiful case 224 we looked at?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And I have a LUC combine motor that we restored.
Okay. And that was Denny. This is Lyle's son, Denny. You were showing me that beautiful. Is it LUC?
LUC, yes.
Okay.
They were made in Dubuque, Iowa.
Now, what was intriguing to you guys about that made you think, gosh, that'd be fun when we bring back to life?
Well, it's kind of unique. They were made for the 12A combines back in the early 40s up to 52.
Okay.
And it was the first production motor built in Dubuque, Iowa when that plant opened in 45.
Okay.
And
It's just beautiful. I bet some people are stopping here at the fair to look at that thing and ask what.
there was a lot of people here when we had it running. It's pretty unique.
And what were you saying about the compression?
Well, it's got a hand crank on it, but it's so hard to turn over by hand. I built a special thing. I took a copy off the crank and I put it in a electric drill, and I can spin her over with that and get her running.
Ingenuity at work here in southern Wisconsin. You gotta love it. Now, did you catch the kind of the collecting bug from Pop there, Denny?
Well, I've been bleeding green ever since I was knee high.
Okay, now, Denny, I'm gonna have you stand by Pop here. This is interesting. Father and son, we got John Deere and Farmall going here now. Now, Lyle, you said back when you were farming before you sold out, you were mostly green?
We farmed it with all green. I had an H Farmall. It was the only red tractor we had.
Okay.
Other than that, we had a 4000 John Deere,
Okay.
3010 John Deere,
Okay.
4010, 4430 John Deere.
Well, now I have to ask the question. You happily drove those John Deeres all those years. Now you have the Farmall cap and the beautiful IA here. Are you just kind of spreading the love around these days, Lyle, or what?
Well, that and the John Deeres were worth a lot more money than the red ones when I sold out. So
You
got rid
did
of them.
well on the resale.
Yes, we done well when we sold the green ones.
We wished we had the 4000 back. They're pretty unique tractors.
They are hot, aren't they?
They are.
It went next door, so that my neighbor still has it.
Well, that's nice. You can still see it. Well, thanks, guys, for telling us about this beautiful 1945 International IA here with a cool history. And thanks for inviting me to the Grant County Fair. This is really fun.
You're welcome.
We're glad you showed up.
We're glad to have you.
And folks, if you ever get a chance, stop into Lancaster, Wisconsin. Beautiful community, beautiful land here, rolling country, and nice, friendly people. So thanks again, guys.
Thank you.